for holy women, women who will stand up for him, women who will be counted for him, women who will dress for him, women who will walk for him, women who will live for him and him only. God is seeking worshipers, those that will lay down your own mindsets and come to Jesus. Take up your cross and follow him. See it! Women of God, what are we going to leave our babies with? What are we going to leave our daughters with? What are we going to leave our children with? A hat, a shoe, a car, a house. The time is coming for great tribulation, and we better be an example and teach our children how to trust God. Teach our young women that you're beautiful because of God on the inside. You may not have a Coke bottle shape, a 36, 24, 36, but if God is on the inside, you've already been made beautiful by the precious blood of the Lamb, because he makes all things beautiful in its time. Makes all things beautiful in its time. Sin is devastating. Sin is devastating. The Bible says that righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people. And it's time for us to live holy. It's time for righteousness to come back into the body. It is time for us to say, for God I live and for God I die. It's time that we make prayer a priority. Where are the praying women? Where are the moaning women? Where are the cunning women? Where are those that will stay on their face before God and say, God, I'm going to be here until the change comes. I'm going to be here until you save them. I'm going to be here until you deliver them. I'm going to be here until you set free. Who are you looking good for? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Who are you looking good for? See, because every man don't require the same thing. Am I right? Every man don't require the same thing. You a little sister. And apparently he like little sister. I'm not a little sister. I'm a good size sister. But my husband like good size sister. I do what please him. Yeah, when he talk about having revival at the house, I'm with that. I do what please him. See, I'm not one of them that say he don't like short skirts and I'm going to wear short skirts anyway. I don't do that. I don't do that. I dress to please him. I ain't trying to please them out there. My mother and I went to a restaurant the other day and I got out the car. And a Latino brother was over there. He rolled up trying to talk to me. And I told my mom, I said, well, one thing I know, I still got it. Bless his name. But I ain't looking good for him. I told you I done got comfortable. He said his piece, and I went on to the car because I ain't trying to look good for him. Because Brother Dufour hear that, he wouldn't be too happy. Because my husband is a little man, but he tell you, God don't give me nothing I can't handle. He don't give me nothing I can't handle. So who you looking good for? Which man are you trying to please? What man are you trying to catch the eye of? Because what it takes to please Jesus may not be what it takes to please Jojo. What it takes to please Jesus, it's not what it's going to take to please Johnny. What Jesus looks at and it makes him happy may not be what Superintendent Weaver want to look at. So what man are you looking good for? What man are you trying to please? What man are you beautifying yourself for? Somebody say, Jesus, I want to please Jesus. And all I say and do when I walk by, I want him to notice me. When I whisper sweet nothings, I want him to hear me. I want to please. I want to please Jesus. I tell some of the young women I said, see, that outfit won't catch a husband. That one ain't gonna catch you a husband. That's why I said, you want a husband, that one will not catch a husband. He might catch you or something, but he ain't gonna catch you no husband. I tell him that outfit, that's not gonna catch you a man. Because a man don't want to see his woman in that. That might catch you a boy, but it ain't gonna catch you no man. Because a man want a woman. That outfit right there won't catch you somebody that's going to take care of you for life. He might catch you a crawler on the street. But he's not going to catch you a keeper. And see, what's on the inside is revealed on the outside. What's happening on the inside of you is revealed on the outside of you. Even from a physiological point of view, what you eat shows up outside. What you put inside is manifested on the outside. Superintendent was talking about growth. Groceries bring growth. You know you eating groceries because you got growth. Because what's on the inside will be revealed on the outside. So how much attention are we putting on the inside? How much time are we devoting to what's on the inside? See, if you won't change, you got to do something different. If you won't change with who you are inside, you got to do something different. Surgery won't change it. A pill won't change it. What'll change it is the Spirit of God. And allowing him to have his way on the inside. Allowing him to do what he wants to do. But first we got to realize we need change. You know, we live in a world today where we don't point out flaws. We don't tell people when they're wrong.
That's right.
I taught public school and they discourage you from telling children they're wrong.
Yeah.
They say that it hurts their self-esteem when you tell them they're wrong. So now we have a bunch of children with high self-esteem who can't read. And the truth is, they know they're not on the mark. And they end up feeling worse. When we had just told them from the beginning, sweetheart, that's not how you do that. That's wrong. We are a nation that doesn't like correction. We're a nation that don't want to be told you're going the wrong way. Because we want everybody to feel good. But what good does it do to feel good and be wrong? How is that helpful? You feel good, but you're wrong. And we have that same thing in the church. Tell the people where I serve, I said, you come here to learn how to live like Christ. That's what the church is for. This is a place of discipleship. Jesus said, what is the church for? He said, teach them to observe the things that I've told you. In other words, you got to tell them what to do. But now don't nobody want to be told what to do.
That's right.
Everybody want to think they know.
No generation.
We don't know.
Yeah.
And at the risk of you leaving, getting mad, tearing stuff up.
Come on.
We have so many now that just let you do what you want to do so you can feel good about it. But I believe God is calling us back to a place to separate the clean and unclean, the holy and the unholy, the sacred and the profane. I thank God I grew up in the church when I did, when they would tell you, you ain't saved, sit down. Yeah, they do. Sit down. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Sit down. But I'm so glad because it gave me a reverence and a belief that God ain't accepting everything. That you can't bring anything to Him and think you all right. I'm glad they told me you're going to go to hell if you don't get it right. I remember at 14, we went on a trip to UNAC 5 in Washington, D.C. That's when I got saved. On my way, were you there? I was there. UNAC 5. And I wasn't saved. I had told my daddy previously, I said, I don't want to be saved. You know, I was the pastor's daughter, and, you know, all the young people would go up and get saved every Sunday, and that just wasn't my forte. That ain't how I roll. I don't want to be saved. So he said, you don't? I said, no. He said, well, you know, hell was made for you too. He said, and with your precious self, you gonna go. If you don't get right. You are on your way. But now we're afraid to tell people that. The hell is made for you. It ain't for cats and dogs, it's for people. You know, they say all dogs go to heaven. They might. But hell gonna be full of people. That I know. It's gonna be full of people, folks. If we don't put our trust in Jesus Christ. And that means more than coming to a church house. But will you let Him be Lord? Will you let Him be Lord? Will you let Him be the master? Not the co-pilot, because He ain't interested in sharing direction with you. He's the pilot. The one and only, single pilot. Will you let Him be that? Because that's what will change your life. That's what alters your course. That's what changes your direction. Is to follow Jesus Christ. That's how yokes are destroyed and broken. They broken when you take on His mind. I'm a living witness. They're broken when you think the way He wants you to. How many times have we said, I'm going to stop doing this, and we go right into it? I tell the young people in my church, I said, except for you get God, because my church is full of children, as most churches are, with broken homes. Many in foster care. We ministered to pregnant young ladies in foster care. And I say to them, except you get Jesus, as angry as you are at your mother, as bad as it hurts you that you've been abandoned, you will do the same thing because it's what you know. And as much as you try to avoid it, you will find yourself walking that way. But when Jesus comes in and he breaks that yoke, he destroys the yoke. He changes your course. And I tell people, I said, I don't believe in nothing else but Jesus Christ to break yokes. All these other 12 steps and 5 steps, I don't get with none of that because I believe Jesus is the only way. He's the only way. You want to change course, get with Jesus. Let him change your heart. Let him change your mind. Let him change your direction. And before you know it, the things that you desired before, you don't even desire them no more. See, that's what I'm talking about. Not where you got to stop yourself. But I'm saying where the desire is changed from the inside. Where alcohol was your thing, but now it ain't no more. Not because you try to abstain from it, because you just don't want it. That's what the power of God does. And we got to go back to teaching and preaching that. The deliverance is through Jesus Christ and Jesus Christ alone. I found that counseling won't do it. We can counsel till we blue in the face. But if Jesus don't make the difference, then we just talking up devils. And they lie dormant until they have an opportunity to resurface. They lie dormant until something happened and then it resurfaces. That's right. But Jesus is a Savior that will eradicate the root. He'll change your history and the history of your entire family. Superintendent was talking about how I came from a family of preachers, but that's not how it started. My grandfather was an alcoholic and was abusive. And my father was an angry little boy. But he allowed Jesus to come in and broke that cycle. Never heard him raise his voice at my mother. Never saw him lift a hand to her. Never drunk alcohol. That wasn't willpower, that's the power of God. So that me and my sisters and brothers now, we know nothing of that. Never experienced it. Don't know what that's like. That's how I know God can change the course of your family. He can change your legacy. He can rewrite the script. Rewrite it so that is foreign to you. Completely foreign. Because of Jesus. Because of Jesus. Because of Jesus. That's what he died for. I told somebody that day, he didn't die for you to stay the same. He died for you to change. Because what you in brings bondage. But Jesus Christ will set you free.